Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackie, and for this week's little reading vlog, I have a very fun idea planned. So I was scrolling on my phone the other day like any normal person does in their free time, wasting my time because I was supposed to be doing another couple of things, but here we were, and I came across this meme of a cat saying that it's officially spooky season. And while I cannot agree any further anymore because Halloween is literally right around the corner, this year is just flying through, it gave me a perfect idea. How about we read only spooky reads, spooky books for this week's video so that we can get into the Halloween, the festive spirit, and we can like get excited for the 31st of October because it's coming right up and it's coming fast. That's today's video. So I started with the first book for the video, which I've been pretty excited for since I've heard of it. It's a new release. It came out I think earlier this week and I started it like exactly 2 days ago. It's called The Unmaking of Farrow. Choosing this book for this video was a very good idea, even though I'm not pretty sure if it matches the theme yet. So this book basically follows this girl called Farrow, like mentioned in the title, and her family actually has this like blood curse running in their bloodline or whatever, wherein they keep like seeing things and hearing things and they're getting kind of delusional at some point. It leads to them constantly looking at this like locked door. Each of the family members one day will eventually go and open this locked door, which leads them into another timeline, and it basically talks about like parallel universes and how this girl June has like a whole life going on in present day, but she has one back in the past as well. And she was actually raised by her grandmother as a kid because her mother, I can't really tell you much, but like just know her mom kind of disappeared after like giving birth to June. And so like I said, she was raised by her grandmother, and there's this whole thing after, so in the first chapter her grandma actually passes away, and she sends this like kind of letter to June in the mail, and from that it kickstarts a whole bunch of events wherein June is basically trying to solve the disappearance of her mother Susanna, and that leads her to go through that locked door into a different universe, into a parallel world. And like it's not exactly a parallel world because she's going into the past. Does that make sense? I don't think it does, but basically it's set in modern day, so like it's set in 2023, the present timeline. She goes back in time to 1951, wherein apparently she has been living like two different lives. So she has her life in 2023 and in 1951. It's kind of confusing, bear with me. Now she's build up that whole life there, and there's more going on with Susanna's disappearance, except things in 1951, the past timeline of hers, are kind of messed up. Just read the book, alright? It does not make sense, but like just know that this book is really good and things are kind of messed up. There are like a bunch of little mysteries and like this huge big mystery that connects, and she's getting all these memories coming back of like this timeline she never really lived in, but she also kind of did. You have to read the book to understand, and I would highly suggest you do because the book is like 300 pages long. I bought it on release day, I think, on my Kindle, and I've just been reading ever since. Today is Friday. It's been I think like 2 or 3-ish days since I started. This book is pulling the most visceral reactions out of me. I will eventually go call myself a physical copy of this. I just want to finish it right now on my Kindle. That's what I've been hell-bent on. I didn't start this vlog because I kept telling myself I will come update, and then I ended up reading. That just shows how good the book is, and like it's magical realism, and this is actually my first time reading it, and can we just say this is something I really enjoy, or at least just in the case of this book, I'm really loving it. I would love to try out a bunch of like other books with like similar bases. I also love the plotline of like one person being in love and remembering everything, but the other person has to remember, they don't know yet. So we have to go look for books like that. I do plan on going to the bookstore later this week, which I'll be taking you guys with me. Let me know in the comments, even though this video will be out already, if you have any book recs with like similar tropes. But really like those two. I want to go look for more books. I'm really loving this book as well. It's like 300 pages long, or 330 I think, and I have only 70 left. So that just shows I've been reading because like I haven't had much time this week. Today is finally the day I'm like sitting down, I'm like collecting my thoughts on this book, updating and like going back to catch up. But I have 70 pages left, and I have read quite a bit, more than my usual amount in the past couple of days, which is so fun because this is like exciting. I kind of want to like savor it, but I want to binge it at the same time, and I am binging it, but then I'm regretting because I want to save it, this is like a standalone and it's gonna hurt when it's over. I already know that. The way I'm hurting for the sake of these characters, I'm in literal pain. And like, my favorite band ever is 5 Seconds of Summer, if I haven't already mentioned it. Playing certain songs of theirs, like the painful ones, along with this book, is just hitting. I'm in the feels. I'm happy for these characters. I'm sad for them. I want them to get a happy ending, but with the last 70 pages, I don't know if it's possible or not. Because so far, I'm not really sure. Things are taking a turn. But it's pulling a lot out of me, and the last time that happened was in my previous 5-star read, which was in this video. If you haven't already watched it, definitely should after this one maybe. But yes, I am really enjoying myself. I'm having a great time, and you know what, I'm gonna stop with this update. I just want to go continue reading. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm gonna go play my fun playlist. It's not fun. I'm hurting. I literally feel like tearing up. Please, please, please go read this book. I love it. Cover is beautiful, the book is beautiful, the writing style is so poetic, lyrical, beautiful. I just can't get over it. I've been telling everyone in my life about it, and now I'm telling you because you're a part of my life too. So go read the book and I'll update once I'm done. Goodbye. Hi guys, so it's now Sunday. I did like a terrible job of filming anything yesterday, but I did get like little clips of me doing things. So now I'm gonna brief you on what I did yesterday and what the goals are for today, because it's pretty early still, though it's starting to like become afternoon, evening-ish time. I don't know what time it is. It's like 5. But today I ended up waking up really early, and then I decided I'm gonna go outside, maybe read a bit. But I ended up reading Flawless instead because I'm actually doing my reread of this book and I'm really loving it. Back to June Farrow. I did end up picking it up at some point. I read like 10 pages of it and I just want to drag the ending out. I'm not able to read it because it's very sad knowing that after I'm done with this, I don't get to read this book ever again for like the first time, and it hurts. So I read like another 10ish pages maybe at night time, I think. And this morning when I woke up, I read like another 10. So yeah, 10 is a recurring number here. It's a thing. Stuff that I read, I did not see that plot twist coming. I literally feel like I'm hit by a truck. I'm giving all these like Goodreads updates while reading. I'll see if I can have them on screen right now for you. But just know this book is pulling quite a bunch of visceral reactions out of me. And honestly, I'm really happy I chose it for the video. So I don't know if I explained like my thought process, but I believe this book qualifies as a spooky book for the Spooky Reads video because of the blood curse and a couple of things, and even the parts towards the end when you're like reading and like something happens, my heart was literally pounding, and like yeah, it gave me that feeling. I'm not trying to like get scared, so it's not a scary book, which means if you like get spooked really easily, you can pretty much read it, you won't get scared. It feels like a movie almost. Towards the end especially, I was just like so excited to like keep going, but like now I don't want it to be over. The plot is moving really fast. This author's writing style is perfect. It's lyrical, it's beautiful, it's poetic. What she's trying to convey through the way it's written is so beautiful. Like every single page is annotated on my Kindle, and I actually am waiting for like the paperback to come out so I can buy myself a copy, but I might just get the hardcover as well because I have a problem. The way the romance subplot developed in this is beautiful. I am loving magical realism right now. I might actually go out today itself to the bookstore because I'm just so excited, though the plan was for tomorrow, we will see. But I'm very excited. I do want to pick up like a couple of recommendations I got which are like similar to this book, so I want to do that. We will see, but before I go, I do want to finish this book out and, you know, give you my final thoughts because it's been bugging me. I'm not able to think about anything else except this book when I'm doing other things in my life. And yeah, you know what? Let's just open the playlist on Spotify that I've been listening to. It's made by the author herself and it's like so good. I highly recommend you check it out. I'm gonna read the book and maybe we'll finish it out and see what it's like. I do think right now, I know what I'm gonna rate it. I'm not telling you, but just know the rating is very, very high and I don't really give it. The last time I gave was like a couple months back. I'm excited and I know that there are 30 pages left. I think. I don't think she's gonna get a happy ending because like the way it's ended, the previous chapter I read in the morning, it ended on like such a, I can't tell you, just go read this book. It's giving me that feeling. I'm not gonna tell you which feeling, but it's giving me that feeling. I'm just gonna go continue it right now. I don't think they're getting a happy ending. I'm preparing myself for like tears to come in. Let's go do this. Bye. I just finished this book and I'm not okay. It's not meant to be sad. I don't understand why I'm crying right now. I need a moment. I'm gonna come in. I don't even know when. And so, it's been like 3 weeks exactly since I've updated you guys, or like over 3 weeks. It's also been over 3 weeks since I actually managed to read a full-length book, which is concerning, but I'm in a very desperate state of book hangover, and I have a lot of updates for you. So the Unmaking of June Farrow, I ended up giving it 5 stars. That book is perfection. I literally am begging every single one of you watching to go and read it because I love that book. I don't know how the author, she came up with such a storyline, because the way all the pieces fit at the end, I was just crying. I was just crying. I was happy the characters did get a happy ending, so that really made me happy, which these people don't even exist and they feel like family. I'm really happy. I'm also not happy because it's over and I want to be back in that world. And I feel like rereading a 5-star book so bad right now because I'm in a bit of a book slump right now, but I don't want to do that because there are, again, another couple of reads I've been really excited for, so maybe we can get to those. June Farrow, the plotline was perfect, the storyline was perfect, the characters were perfect. There was a kid in the book and I usually don't like kids in the books, but there's something I can't tell you, but just know I may or may not have cried for her several times. That just says quite a lot. That also says that you should be reading this book, like I may have said a million times already. And I'm gonna stop with that book now because there's like so much I can say, but I'm scared I'm gonna like spoil it for you and I don't want to do that because that would be like the worst thing ever. But just know, going into the book blind was probably one of my best decisions of the year. I am so grateful. I'm so happy to have read that book. I don't know what I'm going to do in life anymore. And that's very dramatic, but like, just know that book has really impacted me. And it's not even real. It's like magical realism. I may have said that before. I don't even remember. It's been like a month. Yeah, it's not real in many ways, but it affects me and I can't stop thinking about those people and crying over it. I have literally cried in the shower multiple times, and I may or may not have mentioned this quite a few times by now, but 5 Seconds of Summer is my favorite band like ever, and they have a couple of songs that they keep playing on repeat on my Spotify shuffle, and they make me cry because I keep relating this book to that, and I keep replaying like little instances in my head and like, you know, thinking of their songs, Ghost of You, You Don't Go to Parties, Why Won't You Love Me, Amnesia. And just know I'm in love with that book. I did end up going to the bookstore. I didn't go that very specific day I finished the book. I actually cancelled plans to go because I wanted to finish it, but I went the next day and I ended up getting the 7-year slip. I mean, I got many more books. You can go watch the vlog. It was out a couple days back, I think. I got this book. It's pretty. Apparently it's painful as well, and it's got similar vibes because it's like magical realism, they say. So I'm excited to read this. I'm also pretty nervous. They also say The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is also, you know, magical realism. It's got similar vibes. So that is on my Amazon cart. I will be buying it very soon. But that's for updates for June Farrow. Hi guys, so pause in the video from where you guys were just watching and then fast forward to 2024. It is currently October in the new year, and honestly the year is flying, but the reason I said pause in the video is because of many issues. Let's just go over them one by one and tell you why I'm stopping the vlog right here. Now, after reading The Unmaking of June Farrow, which I gave 5 stars, it's still a 5-star book. I want to reread it at some point. Maybe I will. I did end up wanting to read a different couple of books, which I will get to in a second, but these are the ones I ended up reading and these are the ratings I gave them. Now, the reason I'm not gonna go and show you all the clips I took of me reading these books, giving you my thoughts and opinions, is because at the beginning of the vlog I said it's gonna be like a spooky books reading vlog or whatever, but then after that it delved very much into a reading vlog, a life vlog, book shopping, I don't know, everything basically, and it didn't really stick to the topic of a reading vlog. So while I do have the clips and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, I think I might just delete it and then we are starting over because it doesn't fit the theme of the vlog, and I don't want to have you guys click on a video that you think is gonna be only a reading vlog and have like a whole life vlog as well. So instead, if you want to watch like a fall vlog, I did post one last year. It was around, I think, that 1 month period when I took a gap after reading June Farrow. It was in one of those, I think, and it's up. So you can go watch it. I'll put it up on screen for you right now. But after I finished reading all of those books I just spoke about, that's where the vlog ended. Except it wasn't really a vlog anymore, the reading vlog at least. It was like a life vlog, like I said. And I honestly, I don't want to have you guys sit through 2 hours of content and then have myself edit those 2 hours only for you not to enjoy it in the first place. So we're gonna go back to my original structure of the video. Before any of this happened, I was actually supposed to read this book, My Roommate is a Vampire, next for our video. So after June Farrow was over, I was going to pick this one up. But the reason I didn't do that, or the reason I did do that, was because I'd actually got that on Kindle to read after June Farrow. I was very much in my Kindle era. I still am. Because it was new for me back then. Honestly, I find it still new for me now. I'm still learning good things about it. And I was enjoying myself to the point where I said, okay, I need a physical copy of this. So I read maybe 8 or 9 chapters, over 100 pages easily. And then I was like, let me just order myself a physical. And then I placed my order on Amazon. It said it's coming in 3 days, and that was fine because I had finished June Farrow at the point. I was actually reading both of them at the same time, but I put this down to get to that because of the way that made me feel. And because I put this down and then I ordered it, I figured, okay, I'm finishing June Farrow and I'm picking this back up. But then I got in a slump after June Farrow, and then by the time this came in, which it came in a month late, surprisingly, because they ran out of stock apparently because it was Halloween season, everyone was ordering it. It was gone. So they never actually sent it. They sent it a month late. I ordered this book in October. It was sent to me the last week of November, where I was trying to start preparing for my Vlogmas videos, getting in the Christmas spirit. So suddenly I was like 10 chapters through a book that was about vampires when Christmas was literally in a couple of weeks, because it was December was coming up, and I suddenly didn't want to read it or continue the vlog like the original plan. So I figured, okay, I'll just put the life vlog content in there, but then I overestimated how much that was. So that's where we come back to the original problem. Now this book, I have been reading it throughout the year instead, even though I wasn't really in the mood for vampires, and suddenly now I am again because it's fall. So we can talk about this and include it as part of the original vlog with June Farrow. I think that's what we're doing, because I did read it in a couple of other vlogs. These are the ones on screen, and I had a good time reading it. I'm just telling you about my thoughts and recommending it so you guys can pick it up this fall as well. Essentially, this book follows Cassie Greenberg, and she is looking for like a house to live. She is looking for like a room, I guess, because she just got evicted from her old apartment. And so on Craigslist, she comes across this ad that has like a pretty much like normal seeming house. It's like in a good part of town. It seems nice. The guy, he needs a roommate, that's all. And it seems okay, but then the only thing is it's on Craigslist and the listing is super cheap. For the place where the house is located, the listing is crazy cheap, and she's just like, oh my god, what if it's a scam? She decides to visit it anyway, and then when she goes there, she meets Frederick, our vampire, except she doesn't know that yet, and she finds him pretty much attractive. Instantly, she's just like, okay, you know what, maybe he's not a bad guy, maybe I'll just move in, it's gonna be fine. So she moves in, except she thinks he's a human. He knows he's a vampire. There's a reason he asked her to move in specifically, like on Craigslist, because he actually lost his memories due to something that's happened, and he needs help reintegrating himself into modern life. So when she figures out he's a vampire, she's trying to hold his secrets. She's trying to show him how you go about in modern day society. They're ordering coffee. They're doing all these cute things. She's buying him like normal clothes, because all he does is wear like uptight suits and stuff, and people wear jeans and tops nowadays. So they're getting that. They're doing all these fun, cute things. Honestly, it's just like the perfect rom-com if you want one for this time of year. and they're doing all these things, but then throughout it they're falling for each other, except in his head he's just like, I'm a vampire, I can't go for a human. And in her head she's just like, maybe I can't go for a vampire because what if he like drinks my blood, even though he promised he wouldn't. Except he's got more secrets up his alley, and then when those secrets start to come out, will she stay with him anymore, will she not? Will she do something about it? What is she gonna do about it? So essentially it's just like a cute or good old rom-com. I guess you could read it in one sitting. I know it took me so long to read it, considering the fact that I made so many vlogs on it, but that's because I wasn't reading it at the right time of year. And right now I am so hell-bent on wanting to reread this or read the second one that came out. It came out like a couple of weeks ago at this point, wherein it follows his friend in this book, who is actually not a romantic hero to begin with. He is the last person I would expect. But then again, Jenna Levine, she can work magic with her words. I've said that so many times on this channel, and so I'm so excited to just go and buy myself a copy, pick it up, read it, and see what she's done about it, because it's still October. I have a good feeling I can finish it, because I really like her writing. I can breeze through it. Every time I sat down, I'd finish like 50 pages in a go. But the only thing is, when I had to sit down, that's when I didn't want to, because it was vampires, and I don't really want to read about vampires in summer or vampires in Christmas, But regardless, the timing on my part was wrong. It was right book, wrong time. Right now is the right time if you want to read it though. If it's still like October, November, spooky vibes are in, you have your candles burning, it's fall outside, the leaves are blowing, it's warm because you're wearing your sweater, you have a hot drink, it's the perfect time to just pick this up. So I would highly recommend you either pick up June Farrow or this book or any of the other books that I mentioned that I was reading, the 4 of them that I read and I rated. And I'm gonna have you guys enjoy the b-roll for the video when I'm reading those books. But that's it for today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me. I really wanted to like refilm bits of the vlog and like instead include me reading the second book in this series so it becomes longer. But then again, I'm running out of content to post. I have been very busy. I had my midterms and I have a vlog on that coming out next week or the week after. I'm not too sure. But because of so many things happening, this is just gonna have to go up. So you're gonna have to deal with it. In the next week or two, I do plan to start filming a fall reading vlog specific to this year's fall, because this is mostly filmed for last year's, except I didn't get the time to upload it or the chance. So for that, if you guys have got any book recs or anything, please leave them in the comments for me. I'll hopefully try to get to them. I have very fun books planned for that vlog too, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you guys hopefully then. That's it for today's reading vlog. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, you know them very well. And I'll see you hopefully in my next like midterms vlog or when I put that fall vlog up, because I have so much fun stuff going on in the channel in the next month or so. I have so many fun Halloweeny spooky little videos planned and you're gonna have a good time, hopefully. So I'll see you guys then. Until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!